Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our sort of annual Valentine's Day reading. And so this is going to be a bit of an interesting. This deck is called the Modern Love Tarot by Ethony, and she has a YouTube channel. And she created this deck, and basically, I decided to just create a spread from how she did her card meaning layouts. So, what she did was she has sort of for each card in this deck, she has written a general love meaning, which is about it's an emphasis on love and relationships in general, and with a tarot card. Also, the next card, which I'm going to do this going one, two, three, and then four, five, six. So the next card would be single and loving it. And it's for singles who want to work on self-care, self-love as a priority. The next card is ready for love, dating. For those who are out to find the one, or at least the one for right now, she writes. Then this one is going to be for committed relationships, for anyone who is in an established relationship or marriage. And this one is going to be for people who are in struggling relationships, for those with issues in their relationship. And then this last card is the end. And this is for those who have just lost love or about to. Okay. So I'm going to just have us tune in and just be aware of the energy for today, and okay, to write the word cause. So this is a really important opportunity for us to focus on love and all of its different expressions in our lives. And I'm just reminded of yesterday. I was on my way to the grocery store, riding the bus down, and I just had this sort of, I don't know, the angels are kind of guiding me through a thought process of remembering moments in your life when you felt loved. And what was interesting about it was, of course, I thought about two things that came to me. One was when I was a baby, which I do have memories from that time. Yep. And I remember my grandmother preparing like a bottle of milk for me, and when she would call my name, I had these little bells on my shoes, and and I remember I just had on Pampers. I was laying on the den couch, which was actually red, and it was leather, but there was some kind of crocheted blanket that she had on it that she made. And I remember walking to the kitchen and seeing her wearing this polka dot blue dress, and she had warmed up the milk in a pot. And it was a pot, those pots that are metal, that had the little white specks on them. They were like navy blue, and she was actually wearing navy blue and white, but polka dot dress. But and she put it in the bottle and she gave it to me. It was so warm, and I just remember, the love I felt. Another memory I had of my mother when I would come home to visit in recent years before she died, and she would, make these scrambled eggs that she liked to make with, um, onions and peppers, and it was just the love I remembered, right? And I just kept going, and I remembered even people that in my adult life, and college people, that just made me feel loved. And even though I might have had another incident with, let's say, a teacher or something, or a person on my job that was ugly, but I remember this one moment, and it was just very telling. It was as if, as I was going through it, my heart was receiving all of these activations. It was the word that was coming to me. All of these activations of love that help to uplift our souls in times when we most needed them, and to remember that they could also come from people who may not always be the best overall in our lives, but even that they, in their moments, were transmitting these heart activations. And this started with this idea of just smiling. And um, and and as you're just smiling, that you're going through, and as you smile, you automatically just, it opens your heart. It's almost as if your smile pulls up the shades over your heart and lets out your joy. And so just take a moment to take a deep breath, to just smile and feel the shades of your heart lift as you think of that first activation of love that comes to you, that empowers your heart. Because each one of these activations, as you recall them, they're going to empower your heart and pull up those shades over your heart even higher, so that more of your light pours out into the world and empowers your frequency to empower others, even if they just walk past you. They will pick up the activation. And so the Archangel Chamuel is going to touch your heart and activate it. And Archangel Chamuel is a beautiful pink and white color, his aura. And we're going to also call in the angels of love to surround you, and the guardians of light to hold you in a circle of incredible divine love. And Archangel Michael is appearing, and he writes about a necessity, as he's asking you to give permission to cut the cords of fear, ego, that is preventing you from receiving all of the activations that you've received throughout your entire life from every person that you've encountered. He's asking you to let go of the ways that people challenged you, and that you only see that and not how they also empowered you by challenging you. And this is important, as no matter what relationship that you're in at this time, it is important that your heart is at the fullest capacity of joy that it can represent as your potential. And so Archangel Chamuel is going to connect your heart to the cosmic heart, which is in alignment with the planet Venus, which is the cosmic heart, planetary cosmic heart of our universe. And a light is pouring from the cosmic heart into your heart, deep down into your soul, counseling to your soul, they write. So receive the counseling that your soul is receiving in this activation from Venus, the cosmic heart. And they are also pouring through you, through the cosmic heart, the golden Christ light to activate incredible changes in your relationships, not only with everyone else, but most importantly with yourself. And they are pouring in this light so that, and clearing, and the Christ light is also going to dissolve any conflicts within you, within your soul, as it also participates in that counseling of your soul. And for some of you, you might feel some pain. It might be dull, or it might be start to become sharper, as these cords are resistance to that change. This is the parts of you that has been holding out and holding on to different challenges in your life. It doesn't have to just always be people, but it can just be life. And sometimes we blame God, and sometimes we blame our guides and the angels. And it keeps us from being able to really nurture ourselves, to be able to heal and to move forward, to release and to embrace, to stay in the flow of opportunities that are evolutionary for you. So they're going to ask you right now to pause for a moment, in take a deep breath, and maybe you've been continuing to empower your smile and your heart through the memories. And they're going to ask you just to pause from that for just a moment. And they're asking you now to cancel, they write, any kind of vows that you made. And that might be, I'll never do this again, dot, 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 dot. I'll never love someone. I'll never let someone else love me and control me, or any of these kinds of sayings. They're giving you the opportunity to undo, to cancel all these vows made against your heart, against love. Against yourself. Any beliefs that you believe, that you thought that you're not deserving of love, or that you're not good enough to be loved. This is a vow. If you've ever said it, or if a painful experience made you believe it or think it, even if you never said it to yourself, this caused you to not respect who you are and what you deserve. And the angels ask you to see a rose or roses. They want you to work with roses, and they can run that rose through and just sort of catch any cobwebs of cords. And roses dissolve negativity. And just let the roses absorb energetically the cords. And then they're also asking you to place a rose blanket, a pink rose blanket, over the hearts of anyone that you have made a vow against, or anyone that you've given away your power to, they wrote. As they sever these cords, as you clear these cords with the angels, they will also place rose blankets over each person and you, so that as they call back your power from all of these relationships, all these pieces of you come back healed, cleansed, as if they were been saged. So these rose blankets will sage all these fragments of your soul, bringing back, transmuting all of the negativity, and lighting it up with new energy, and restoring and extracting from them the wisdom in a collective unity of cosmic love that will not only empower your heart, but the heart of everyone. They will pulse through your vibration and enlighten all souls and hearts. Take a deep breath and cancel it all. Just sweep your hands away when you're ready. Sweep it all away. Cancel it all. And then invite the empowerment. Invite your soul fragments now, calling them back with your hands, calling them back. And as they enter, they blossom within you, the angels are saying. So see them as these beautiful, beautiful blossoms, pink blossoms, as they hit your energy field and pass through. And you may feel a tingling sensation, or you might feel goosebumps all over as they are coming back into your energy field and creating energy of rebirth. And we thank your angels. Send out a clarion call of enormous gratitude into the universe. And you may even want to sing a tone or om. And as you do this, Archangel Chamuel is sending out this frequency of your heart's clarion call sending out love into the universe so that enormous and incredible nurturing and loving, unconditionally love, loving relationships return to you. And so it is. So it is done. Okay, so let's begin this reading. And we'll just start with the first call, so a general message to everyone. And this is the Knight of Swords. And what I'm getting from this is trust. Trust yourself. And, when you know what you love and what you're passionate about, don't hesitate. Go for it. Don't put any more roadblocks in your way. Know your own mind. Know your own heart. Know your desires. And as you claim this knowing, and for some of you, you say, I don't know a lot. Well, here's the middle ground from I don't know, which feels honest to you, but it's not in truth, to I don't know, which is honest in truth, but it's dishonest to you from where you are. So say to yourself, I think I know. And that's a release, a relief to that struggle within you to claim your heart and to accept what you do know. All right? So she's that green and yellow. There's something very striking about it. And so just go for it and trust what you know. All right, single and loving it. For those who are single and who want to work on self-love as a priority. Okay, so you have, I'm just going to show it to you, the hanged man. So it shows a card here. He's got his phone on the bed, and he's just laying and looking at things from a different perspective. So right now, it's definitely saying, well, if I keep putting it back there, you won't be able to see everything. But on one pillow, there's this tree and this connection to self, to higher self, and to the earth. And then there's the other pillow with hearts on it. And so it's like you got a choice here. You can either just keep, um, asking when, or you can really think about during this time how you are growing deeper in your relationship with yourself and with the universe and with the earth. And when you're in balance with all of that, this is when you are ready to see the opportunities that are really available to you. And so his phone is laying there beside him, open, and it's like he laid it down and he's just taking time to think. So maybe for you right now, to put that phone aside, all of those social media accounts, and, for romance, and just take some time to yourself and get to know you. All right. Whoops. I hit the camera bar. And this one is ready for love or dating. And this is the Five of Swords. And I gotta hold it up. It says, for those who are out to find the one, or at least the one for right now. And so this is saying here that that there's some trouble definitely in you've been finding some trouble in in dating, and you're one, if you're ready for love but you're dating, what might be holding you back are some past relationships where either one was victimized or the other was a victimizer, and it stirred up some things for your inner child that might relate to your past or growing up. But whatever it is right now, it's, don't get into it with people, okay? Don't don't cling on to people. Don't try to force things to work that just aren't working. So be aware of, like, here in the general reading, you know what's right for you, um, and trust that. And when it's not, trust that and move on. It should definitely be fun. If it's going to be a lot of work, or if it's going to be, um, bring up a lot of emotional and mental anguish for you, then move on. Okay? But remember, it should be fun and trust what you know. It's probably also going to be a good idea that if I don't do it, but to compare everything to this general card as well. All right, so in committed relationships, for anyone who is in an established relationship or marriage, so this is the Eight of Wands. And this is a card of, as you can see, of moving very quickly towards something. Okay, so that something, and she's holding her lover's hand, and it almost looks like she's leading the way, or moving someone quick in a certain direction. So this is interesting for me because there's a feeling. This is a card usually about messages, about things happening too fast. So make sure in your relationship that you're not pulling somebody um, beyond where they want to be. Make sure you take the time to listen to your partner, and just not, what's that word? To bum rush. That's not the right word, but it's sort of what I mean. Don't just don't make decisions for them. Don't listen to them, more, to help you guys to really um, be together. So you don't want to be ahead of somebody. You want to do things together. You want to get um, uh, confirmation from people before you just do things. And this is the angels are writing yes. Okay. Um, yeah, sometimes we think that we just got to do things our way and other people come along, and maybe it's been working only because the other person hasn't said anything. But it's not advisable that you continue to do that in the relationship. It's a form of manipulation. And what this card is just saying, be upfront, direct, and honest, and you might find that you both will um, move much quicker to what you really want. And this card is about a struggling relationship. So for those of you who are having issues in your relationship, so it's the Four of Cups. And the thing here is, look around you, okay? Um, this person is not as happy as you are. They've grown. They've been withdrawing a little bit. They've grown a little distant in some ways, and so they're feeling a little left out. And it may not have anything to do with you, but it's important that if you're in a relationship, that you do pay attention to your partner, and figure out how to communicate with them, and figure out what they're feeling, and just be open. Don't take it personally, but be open to what they have to say, because there might be something bothering them that has nothing to do with you, but it might be affecting the relationship because they don't know if you can handle it, or if it would place a burden on the relationship, and get this feeling like they're just trying to bear it all on their own, and it's shutting you out and probably making things seem a bit of a struggle for your relationship with each other. So again, be direct. If you see somebody struggling or something's wrong, seek the truth here. Don't try to figure out what's going on and then make it up in your head. Don't try to go to tarot cards or readers to figure out what's going on in your relationship. Ask. Okay, ask and get the truth here. The same thing here with the dating situation here. Be direct and be upfront. Okay, and in terms of, if because you want to get the clear signs right away. Yeah, you just don't want, I think, and also it just gives me a sense of, don't stand up for what you believe to be right, and don't don't back down, but don't also stay in an argument that's not worth fighting, because one person will lose and the other one will win, but nobody really wins, right? In this situation, so it's a lose lose when you give away your power. And if your relationship, the end of something is, you just lost a love or you're almost about to. So this card is the Seven of Pentacles, and this is a reminder to not give up hope, that it's a long-term investment in yourself right now. In the in the long run, you did the right thing, and and that's sort of the benefit. You did the right thing for yourself in the long run, and it might take time. It may take time for a new relationship for you to be ready for the right one to come along, but when it does, it's going to bear the fruits of your labor. It'll bear the fruits of the effort that in the transformation, the reclaiming of yourself, and all of that's going to pay off, and it's going to place you in a higher frequency where you are going to attract a new experience of love in your life. Okay? And so this is for me, those two cards are saying, well, it was best that if you're about to, so one, because this is about the end, it was probably best that you got it over quickly. And if you're thinking about getting out of a relationship, it's best to do it quickly. Just be up straight, honest, and clear, direct, and just let it be done. Okay, because the quicker you get it over with in this situation vibrationally, the quicker you can start healing. Not quicker to heal, but start healing. Because be aware, in that transition from ending to beginning, it takes time. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and wish you a beautiful Valentine's Day, but a beautiful year of new opportunities in your life, and especially in love.